Stop dreaming about your tactical mountain retreat and your reinforced bunker in the woods because, let's be honest, you aren't going anywhere. You're 65, your knees bark when the wind changes, and your entire life is tied to a mortgage in a zip code where the biggest daily drama is someone leaving their trash cans out 3 hours too long. You've been told that when the world goes sideways, you'll just grab a pack and disappear into the tree line like some middle-aged Rambo, but the reality of the American suburb is much grimmer. You are trapped in a suburban ecosystem managed by a homeowners association that views a stray dandelion as a declaration of war. These people aren't just annoying neighbors with clipboards. They are the primary architects of your future starvation. While you've been spending thousands on camouflage gear and high-end optics, you've ignored the fact that your HOA has effectively banned your ability to stay alive. They've mandated a manicured desert of Kentucky bluegrass and non-fruiting ornamental pears that offer 0 calories, 0 medicine, and 0 utility. They've turned your primary asset into a decorative cage. In a real collapse, that $2,000 rifle won't help you when your neighborhood's curb appeal means you have exactly 3 days of food before you're eating the mulch in your flower beds. The system is designed to keep you dependent on a supply chain that is one cyber attack or one major storm away from evaporating. If you want to survive, you have to stop playing by their aesthetic rules and start practicing the art of the suburban shadow. The threat isn't just the collapse of the grid, it's the legalistic tyranny of the mundane that prevents you from preparing for it. Your HOA president doesn't care about your caloric intake. They care about property values and the uniform look of the street. They will fine you into bankruptcy for planting a row of corn, but they'll applaud you for spending hundreds on chemicals to keep a useless lawn green. This is the death trap. You are living in a biological wasteland where every square inch of dirt is wasted on vanity. Logistics win wars, and the logistics of the average American suburb are a nightmare of dependency. You have no water storage because rain barrels are unsightly. You have no independent power because solar panels ruin the roofline. You have no food because gardens look messy. When the trucks stop moving and the grocery store shelves look like a picked-over carcass, your neighbors will be looking at their perfect lawns with empty stomachs. They will realize too late that you can't eat prestige. The physics of survival don't care about your bylaws. Biology doesn't care about your community standards. If you don't have a way to produce, capture, and store resources within the footprint of your own home, you are a casualty waiting to happen. But you can't just go out and build a homestead in the middle of a gated community unless you want a lawsuit before the crisis even starts. You need a doctrine of stealth. You need to become a ghost in the Stepford Wives machine. The doctrine is simple: compliance on the surface, defiance in the roots. We call this stealth homesteading. It's the tactical application of edible landscaping and hidden infrastructure. You are going to give them the manicured look they demand while building a functional survival engine right under their noses. This isn't about being a tactical weekend warrior. It's about being a pragmatic urban operative who understands that the best defense is being completely overlooked. You don't want to be the guy with the obvious prepper house that everyone targets the moment the lights go out. You want to be the person whose house looks just as boring and compliant as the rest, while you're sitting on hundreds of gallons of water and a seasonal harvest that keeps your family fed. We aren't going to fight the HOA. We are going to use their own aesthetic standards as camouflage. If it looks like a rose bush, they won't look for the potatoes. If it looks like a trash can, they won't look for the water. If it looks like a patio table, they won't look for the solar array. This is how you win the long game of attrition in a collapsing infrastructure. Let's get into the dirt. Start with your ornamental garden. Rip out those useless, water-hungry hydrangeas and boxwoods that offer nothing but a green wall. Instead, we're going to plant blueberries, currants, and elderberries. To the untrained eye of a Karen with a clipboard, a high bush blueberry is just another decorative shrub. It turns a beautiful red in the fall, satisfying the HOA's demand for visual interest, but it provides you with nutrient-dense survival food. Now, look at your flower beds. You're going to stop planting petunias and start planting sweet potatoes. Sweet potato vines are aggressive, beautiful, and look exactly like decorative ground cover. They produce stunning purple flowers, but beneath that soil, they are packing away massive amounts of storable carbohydrates. Mix them in with your roses. Use your roses as a tactical diversion. Everyone looks at the bloom. Nobody looks at the ivy growing at the base. Plant kale and Swiss chard in your front borders. If you pick the bright lights variety of chard, it looks like a high-end ornamental plant with its vibrant red and yellow stalks. The HOA will think you've hired a professional landscaper, while you've actually planted a recurring source of vitamins. This is guerrilla gardening at its finest. You're hiding your calories in plain sight, using the pretty parts of the plant to mask its utility. Water is your next bottleneck. Most HOAs ban those big, blue, ugly 55-gallon drums because they look like a construction site. Fine. We don't want them either. Go to the hardware store and buy the largest heavy-duty plastic trash cans that match the color of your home's siding or trim. Better yet, find the ones designed to look like decorative stone or wicker pillars. You're going to divert your downspouts into these containers, but you're going to do it with a stealth diverter kit that sits inside the gutter pipe. The overflow goes right back into the regular drainage system, so it doesn't look like anything is wrong during a storm. Paint the pipes to match the house. To the neighbor walking their dog, it looks like you just have a couple of extra trash bins or a decorative planter against the wall. In reality, you've just secured 150 gallons of gray water for your decorative garden and emergency hygiene. If you want to get really clever, use those large, hollow plastic fake rocks to cover your external pumps or filtration units. The goal is to make your house look profoundly uninteresting. Now, let's talk power. You aren't going to slap massive, shiny black rectangles on your street-facing roof and wait for the cease and desist letter. Instead, you're going to utilize horizontal solar. Most suburbs have those 6-foot wooden privacy fences. You're going to mount small, slim-profile solar panels on the inside of that fence, angled slightly up, but kept below the top rail. From the street, they are invisible. If you have a backyard shed, cover the roof in flexible solar films that lay flat and don't reflect light like glass panels do. Better yet, buy solar tables or solar umbrellas for your patio. They look like standard upscale outdoor furniture, but they're trickling a charge into a portable power station inside your house every single day. While your neighbors are complaining about the rising cost of electricity or the first rolling blackout, your patio decor is keeping your communication devices charged and your emergency meds refrigerated. It's not about running the whole house. It's about maintaining the critical systems while staying off the radar. The genius of this approach is that when the SHTF scenario actually manifests, you aren't the target. Think about the tactical guy 3 doors down. He's got the come and take it flag, the lifted truck with the snorkel, and he's been bragging at the mailbox about his grain stashes. When people get hungry, they're going to his house first. They know he has stuff. You're just the quiet senior with the nice roses and the clean siding. You're the person who always followed the rules, while the rest of the neighborhood is devolving into a chaotic scramble for the last cans of beans at the looted grocery store. You're quietly harvesting sweet potatoes from under your rose bushes and drinking filtered rainwater from your trash cans. You aren't starving, you aren't panicking, and most importantly, you aren't being noticed. You've mastered the art of being gray. You've survived the HOA by pretending to be their perfect citizen, while secretly building a life support system that doesn't rely on their permission. Survival isn't a movie. It isn't a high-speed chase through a forest or a shootout in a wasteland. Real survival is a boring, methodical process of managing resources and staying out of sight. It's about the grandmother who has 3 months of canned stew hidden in a false-bottomed cabinet, and a garden that looks like a park. It's about the father who spent $50 on heavy-duty door strikes and window film instead of 500 on a new tactical vest. The HOA wants you to be a consumer. I want you to be a producer. They want you to be a decoration. I want you to be a fortress. The moment you stop looking for prepper gear and start looking at your suburban lot as a tactical operations center, you've already won. The world is getting louder and more unpredictable every day. Don't wait for the official declaration of an emergency to realize that your lawn is a liability. Stop being a victim of curb appeal. Start planting your survival. Hide your water. Mask your power. Be the boring neighbor that everyone ignores. Because in the end, the person who blends in is the only one who gets to walk away. Go outside, look at your useless hedges, and see them for what they really are: a waste of space that could be keeping you alive. Fix it now, before the clipboard-carrying Karens are the least of your worries. Reality is coming for your zip code. Make sure you're ready to meet it in the shadows.